Now, the family of a baby girl from Bath who's lost all her limbs to meningitis has now raised £100,000 for her care. Harmonie-Rose Allen was rushed into Bristol Children's Hospital 10 weeks ago and given very little chance of survival.
But she did, and hundreds of people have been fundraising to help support her future. And for the first time, her family has invited our cameras into the hospital to film Harmonie.
Ali Val's report contains a distressing image of when the meningitis was really beginning to take hold.
She really is like any other one-year-old. She loves to play, is trying to say her name and adores being with her mum and dad.
Yay! High five!
Except home for the moment is at Bristol Children's Hospital, and Harmonie has lost a part of all her limbs and the tip of her nose.
This little girl is such a fighter. At the moment, she's fighting sleep, but she's fought so hard to be here. She was given just a 10% chance of survival. And look at her, alive and well.
Her young mum and dad, Freya and Ross, say seeing her in the intensive care unit, purple all over from the poisonous effects of the meningitis, is something they'll never forget. It's one of the worst cases the doctors at the hospital have ever seen.
Yeah, it was the scariest moment of my life. We didn't think she's going to be here, survive first night. But to be here now, in this room, playing with her, this is amazing.
When I heard of meningitis, you think it's just a red blotchy rash. Like, it was nothing, it's nothing like that. For Harmonie, it was just purple, and it like started on her nose, and every second I looked, she was having more and more everywhere on her whole body, and it is very, very scary. It suss you out, doesn't she?
But miraculously, Harmonie fought back, and after 3 or 4 weeks in intensive care, she started to get better. Although the doctors couldn't save her limbs, her spirit has shone through.
That's what's amazing us the most. As soon as she woke up, she decided to be here. She decided to fight through this horrible disease.
What do you think now when you look at her, your gorgeous girl?
How clever she is. I'm proud, very proud dad.
Yeah, it's all coming back. Our naughty little Harmonie. It's amazing that she knows her own mind. When the children get meningitis, it obviously affects their brain. But Harmonie seems to be still my little bright child. My little clever girl.
Every day she's getting stronger. She's now got a Velcro wrap to go round her stumps. She can do everything from turning a page
Good girl.
to banging a drum. She's even started to try and feed herself. She's amazing everyone.
Harmonie, do it? Yeah, she's so clever. Like, she adapts straight away. If we want to put things on her, she'll put her arm up to put the adaptions onto her, and she knows that's what helps her do things. So it's really nice. She knows. I think she's started to realise that something's happened, and at the beginning she was getting really frustrated, but now it's more like determination in her, and she just wants to do things.
Hi guys, how are we doing? Hello gorgeous.
Harmonie's never short of visitors, including the staff. She's a bit of a favourite on the ward. Today, one of her plastic surgeons is checking on her progress. She's going to need treatment for the rest of her life.
The wounds from the amputations are still quite raw, and she's going to need some skin grafts to get those to heal. And then it's likely that she will continue to have operations as she grows, managing her stumps and her scars and things, until she's 20 or so.
And look at this. Harmonie-Rose at swimming lessons just weeks before she was taken ill. And now people from all over Bath and beyond are fundraising to raise thousands so that she stands a chance of leading as fulfilling a life as possible. But for now, the chocolate advent calendar is all Harmonie's thinking about. For her family, the focus is hoping she'll get home for an hour or two on Christmas Day. Ali Vowles, BBC Points West, Bristol.
And Tim Burge, the consultant who you saw there in Ali's report, joins us now in the studio. Thank you so much for coming in. I think what really shone through in that report, and probably for you in treating Harmonie, is just how well she's doing and her spirit. But it's been an incredible journey, hasn't it?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, it certainly was 10% chance of surviving was perhaps a generous estimate.
Oh, really?
So no, to come through where she is now and to see her just blossom has been fantastic.
And you talk about the next 20 years, the sort of procedures that she's going to have over that period. Tell us how you'll manage that.
We don't know. First of all, we've just got to get her wounds healed. And then we'll see how things go. we know that things are going to change. There's so many advances in looking after amputees, spurred on by the experiences of Afghanistan and so on. You know, we can anticipate that in 20 years' time, they'll be able to do things that we can't even imagine now. But in the meantime, she's going to have problems with scars, and her limbs obviously are very short, and trying to get her to use them as best she can. I mean, she's adapting fantastically, as these children usually do. We sadly have got a small group of them, not usually quite as bad as Harmony, but they adapt amazingly and go on to achieve all sorts of things. So, yeah, we've got great hopes for her.
I suppose part of the journey is also with her parents to talk about the ongoing treatment, managing their expectations, but also what might be coming next, I suppose.
Yes, and it's very much a dialogue all the time between us and them. You know, we're all there for Harmony in our own different ways.
And in terms then, we've talked about that sort of 20-year prediction. It's almost impossible to do that at this stage, but she's so young, she'll be growing so rapidly in the next few years. Would you expect her to have to face a lot of procedures in the
Absolutely. We don't know how she's going to grow, how her stumps are going to grow, how the scars are going to grow. It's very unpredictable. We tend to follow these, we're saying follow these children up for 20 years. That's a guesstimate, because 20 years ago these children didn't survive. So we don't have that sort of experience.
I think certainly here, I know we're in a unique position, but we've felt an outpouring from the public towards Harmonie-Rose. Was there a sense of that in the hospital?
Oh, absolutely. You know, everyone who was involved in her care early on, when things did look so desperate, and I think they're all delighted and amazed to see her now.
And this public support to 100,000,
Obviously.
it's an incredible amount that's been raised, isn't it? Well, Tim Burge, thank you for all the work you've done and for coming in to tell us about it as well.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Now, the story of Harmony's inspirational recovery, because it really is, isn't it, and ongoing, and her amazing mum and dad, of course, is on our Facebook page, and I'm sure many of you will want to share that.